Welcome and introduction. Welcome to our latest video on Motorize DD, your #1 destination for new and used spare parts. Today we're taking a close look at the BMW F 800 GS, the middleweight adventure bike with genuine expedition DNA. We'll break down its strengths and weaknesses, add useful context, and highlight the key buying criteria. Whether you're commuting daily, chasing gravel on the weekend, or planning a long tour, this GS blends agility with proven engineering. A hallmark feature, the 21-inch front wheel for confident tracking off-road. Hop on, let's see if it's the right fit for you. History and development. In 2008, the F 800 GS debuted as the bridge between the single-cylinder GS and the big boxers, a 798cc parallel twin, 21 17-inch spoked wheels, and a 16-liter fuel tank tucked under the seat defined the concept. In 2013, the adventure followed with a 24-liter tank, a taller windscreen, and a sturdier luggage rack to boost range and carry serious touring gear. That same year brought optional electronic suspension adjustment and traction control. In 2017 came ride-by-wire, Euro 4 compliance, and rain road riding modes, with Enduro available as an option. With the launch of the F 850 GS in 2018, the line bowed out, but the F 800 GS remains a sought-after, tough, long-haul classic. Tech specs. Beneath the bodywork, a 798cc parallel twin delivers 63 kilowatt at 7,500 RPM and 83 newton-meters at 5,750 RPM. Up front, twin 300mm discs with 2-piston floating calipers handle braking. Out back, there's a 265mm rotor. A 45mm upside-down fork offers 230mm of travel. The rear gives you 215mm with preload adjusted via a hand dial. It rolls on 21 17-inch spoked wheels, and the 16-liter fuel tank sits under the seat. Seat height is 880mm. Ready-to-ride weight is about 214 kilograms. 6-speed gearbox, chain final drive, built for long hauls. Design and ergonomics. Visually, the 800 GS shows unmistakable GS DNA. Tall beak, slim waist, upright riding position. With the fuel tank under the seat, the front end stays narrow and your standing position feels natural. The filler cap sits at the right rear, handy when the bike's loaded. A wide aluminum handlebar, grippy foot pegs with removable rubber inserts, and snug knee cutouts give you confident control. The standard seat is on the tall side. Lower seats and a factory lowering kit are available. The small screen provides basic wind protection, while a taller touring screen noticeably improves comfort on long rides, handling, and everyday usability. On the road, this adventure bike turns in eagerly despite its big front wheel. The rear-mounted tank lowers the center of gravity and makes it easy to maneuver. The twin pulls smoothly from low revs, with noticeable vibrations only beyond 5,000 RPM. In daily use, the generous steering lock, strong twin front discs, and an easy-to-modulate rear brake inspire confidence. Back roads, commuting, gravel, the bike stays stable and neutral. Handy, a 12-volt socket on the left side of the cockpit for a sat-nav or heated grips. Expect real-world consumption of around 4.5 LP 100 kilometers and a range comfortably north of 300 kilometers. Strengths and highlights. The F 800 GS shines for its balance. Plenty of punch for brisk stretches, yet easy to manage off-road. A big front wheel and generous suspension travel give you margin in reserve, while the slim waist makes standing on the pegs effortless. The engine is known for being frugal and tough, and 10,000-kilometer service intervals keep costs predictable. A clever touch, the parallel twin's unique balancing rod that smooths out the vibes. With spoked wheels, enduro geometry, and optional traction control, this mid-size GS feels more at home on rough tracks than many heavier adventure tourers. Weak points and common issues. Where there's light, there's shade. Early model years up to 2012 are known for alternator stators burning out. From 2013, a drilled rotor improved cooling. Under hard off-road loads, the upper shock bolt can suffer. Reinforcement kits are worthwhile, especially with luggage. The 45mm Marzocchi fork is soft and non-adjustable, and it tends to dive under heavy braking. Some early ECU maps can feel rough or snatchy below 3,000 RPM. Also check spoke tension and that the front rim runs true after off-road use, plus any play in the steering head bearings. Accessories and customization. If you want to make the 800 your own, you're spoiled for choice. Factory Vario panniers hug the tail, and thanks to asymmetrical mounts wrap neatly around the exhaust. Crucially, the right rear fuel filler stays easy to reach. A heavy-duty aluminum skid plate, crash bars, and handguards keep it protected off-road. Taller screens, comfort or rally seats, and wide enduro foot pegs dial in the ergonomics. For dirt work, 90-90-21 and 150-70-17 knobby tires on tube-type spoked wheels do the job. Also handy, LED auxiliary lights and the standard 12-volt socket for GPS mounts. Market value and buying checklist. On the used market, 2008-2018 examples run roughly €4,500 and €9,000. Late models with ride-by-wire and Euro 4 command the highest prices. Must have: a complete service history, services every 10,000 kilometers, valve clearances at 20,000. Key checks: alternator stator on early bikes, steering head bearings, the 21-inch front rim running true, regulator rectifier, and proper operation of ABS, traction control, and electronic suspension. Give the chain and sprockets a close look too. A handy tell for 2017 on bikes is the mode button on the right-hand switchgear. Real-world range is about 350 kilometers, thanks to the 16-liter rear tank. Verdict and buying advice. Bottom line: the BMW F800 GS is one of the most well-balanced middleweight adventure bikes. Tough, no-nonsense, and versatile. If you cover big distances, the Adventure with its 24-liter tank is the smart choice. If you value lightness, stick with the standard model. We recommend 2013 on bikes for the improved rotor, with 27 Plus being the sweet spot thanks to ride-by-wire and selectable ride modes. Tall riders will appreciate the high stock seat. Shorter riders can opt for the factory-lowered setup. Our pick: well-maintained examples with spoked wheels and a documented history, ideally with a center stand.